Hello everyone. My name is Pradeep and we are from Group 6, and today we are going to present our group project, that is Silex, on Saint Mary Area Mobility Service. And my team members are Lavpreet Singh, Gregan Joshi. Unfortunately, due to personal reasons, Gregan wouldn't be presenting today, so me and Lavpreet will be taking over. So when we talk about organizational background, it was established in 1992 as a non-profit organization governed by uh, directors. So basically, what it does is like people above 55 years old who are disabled. I wouldn't say like disabled people with the disabilities and like elderly persons who wants to travel from one place to another place on a regular basis, either it's for like shopping or like hospitals, or like group gatas, like groups, or like one to family events and stuff. So what they do is they uh, book this services, St. Mary's, this services, and before prior like 24 hours, 24 hours minimum is the prior booking services. So they take people from one place to another place. That's the thing. And like when we come to like fleet structure, so they have two big buses and like two mini vans, which the buses can accommodate up to 50, not 15 in the sense, like 8, almost 10 in the two buses, and the mini vans are like comfortable for the 4 to 5 people at once. And for these operation thing, we have volunteers or paid drivers. Next, in next we're going to discuss about executive summary. The main focus, as I said earlier, is like transporting for the elderly, patients, or like people with disabilities. And next we are going to talk key issues, that is fleet size, funding, and tech gaps. So when we uh, and improvement efficiency. So we are also going to talk about improvements, where we are going to say about like efficiency, sustainability, and growth. So now we are talking about existing operation, like what is all going on in the company. So as we spoke earlier, they have like four vehicles, two buses, and two mini sized vans. And when we talk about drivers, it's a mix of paid drivers and the volunteers. And clients, when we talk about medical services, so not all people. So this, when we come to like this services, so they do support like elderly people. Suppose they want the medicines, they can't leave the house, or like they don't have anyone to support that, like from like going to from their house to the medical store to get like what all they needed. So what they do is they just the client just uploads the or sends a sheet of pharmaceutical sheet and goes shopping and shop for the people, or they just uh, take the elderly person, take them to the hospital, and they do this like this is currently going on. So when we talk about, when it comes to challenges, high fuel consumption, capacity constraints, overrange on a unscheduled maintenance, manual scheduling. So what's happening with these challenges is, for it's like people, or the elderly person has, one person has like a, like, what do we call, like home in like South St. Mary's, and other client has like a North St. Mary's, East West. So they just have to pick up all the clients and take it to their each delivery, like particular zones where they want to get down, So what's happening is like there is a high fuel consumption happening and capacity constraints. So we can say like, for the mini mini buses what they St. Mary's have is capacity of 4 to 5. So what's happening is they can't, with the fuel consumption what they are having is like they are not able to gather people in those small vans. They are not comfortably able to do that, help people properly, because at the ones they wanted to help only, they can only help few. When we talk about manual scheduling, so for all these schedulings like administrative costs, they are still going with the pen and paper, we can just call it like a old ways, where they just write it down everything, where just schedule, they note down the address of the clients. No, they don't have a proper road optimization, so it's just like pick up one client and drop the client. It's just the thing like that. Unscheduled maintenance, suppose they don't properly have a schedule to the fleets, like when to schedule, when to drop, when to pick up. So they don't have all these things are the main challenges they are facing currently right now. Next, when we are going to talk about operational costs, so as I've said, like maintenance costs, so earlier, that is 28,000, nearly $28,000, and the fuel charge, as earlier I said, a higher fuel maintenance, that is nearly $47,000. And when it's come to wages, that is, you can see, nearly uh 2005, no, sorry, I'm sorry, not 2,500, it's nearly $250,000. And insurance and like administrative cost is nearly $26,000. So when we all combine all this nearly comes to up to $350,000. Yes, almost, yeah, 375, 3,750, $375,000, I could say. Yeah, 3,007. So to maintain all these expenses as a non-profit organization, they need the funding. So what they want to do is they just need the funding, and they are not able to produce this much amount of funding, even though they could raise, but like they doesn't want everything to go waste. So we have few recommendations coming in the next part that is going to be presented by Lovepreet. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about recommendation. So as the first one is sorry, the first one is route optimization. By using route optimization softwares, drivers can take the fastest and the most efficient paths. This saves times, fuel, and lets them serve more clients in a day. The next one is predictive maintenance. Instead of waiting for a vehicle to break down, we can use data to support problems early and fix them before they get worse. The next one is dynamic scheduling, means adjusting trips schedule on the go. If someone cancels or new request comes in, the system can quickly make changes, so no time is wasted. So as finally we suggest like preventive maintenance schedules. This means like doing regular checks on the vehicles to avoid breakdowns and keep things running smoothly. So there are more ideas to help the service grow and stay stronger in the future. So the first, they should apply for more funding through pro grants and government programs. Then they can also build partnerships with healthcare providers. This could bring this steady income by helping patients and get appointments. The other thing is like they another idea is like a subscription model. People who use the service often can pay a monthly fee instead of paying each time. It makes things simpler for both the organization and the riders. Next, we suggest switching to an electric or hybrid vehicle fleet. These vehicles are better for the environment and save money on gas. Lastly, by joining carbon effect or green reward programs, the organization can sorry, the organization can show its commitment to environment and possibly get more support or funding. So now let's look at what these ideas might cost and how they'll pay off. So the first one is route planning software might cost around like 15,000, but it could improve efficiency by 20%. Then electric vehicles would cost around $50,000, but they could cut down emission by 30%. The next one is a dispatch system for 10,000, could reduce missed trip by 25%. A subscription model costs very little to set up, and it brings in regular incomes. And the last one is like spending about like maybe 5 or 7 thousand dollars a year on preventive maintenance could reduce repair costs by 40%. So there are some upfront costs. The long-term savings and improvements are well worth it. So here's a simple plan to put our recommendation into action. The first one is the phase one. During the first month, the term should apply for grants and funding, and then in phase two, during month 2 and 3, is for setting up new technology like route and dispatch software. Staff training will also happen here, and in phase three, from months 4 to 6, is when the electric or hybrid vehicles are added to the fleet. And then in phase 4, from month 6 to 12, the team can build a partnership with healthcare providers and explain their services almost step by step. This plan helps grow the service in smart and organized way. So there are always risks when making changes, but we thought of ways to reduce them. If there are delays in getting grants, the organization can start with low cost solution first, and then if there are technical problems, we suggest training staff well so they're comfortable using the new systems. If there are issues during trips, having backup routes ready will help. And finally, if there are any rules or legal risks, the team should talk to local authorities to make sure everything is done properly. Planning ahead helps avoid surprises. So, in conclusion, by following these ideas, Saint Mary mobility services can be more reliable, more efficient, and more environment friendly. These changes will help more people in community and keep the service strong for the future. With better roads, greener vehicles, strong partnerships, and smart technology, this can become a truly future-ready transportation system that could support everyone who needs it. Thank you so much.